Whenever you're ready, Aaron.
Well, like she said, we're going to go L through N. I'm going to do a quick run through, and I know you diligently practiced your parts. So we'll see how it turns out. You're at letter L.
Do you have scores on your stand? Because we're missing a bunch of parts right now that could be covered by people playing doubling on instruments that you just need to do without us telling you. So, like oboe, who would be a logical choice to play oboe? It's not me. Flutes, maybe violin,
Yeah,
bass clarinet. Bass clarinet, trombones, get in there.
Oboe, thank you. And we had flute, suspended cymbal. And cornet, I heard that, and saxophone. Yeah. Okay. Whoever would want to play at the beginning. Yeah. The saxophone. Yeah, first saxophone. Okay. All right.
Well, you can just cover this clarinet part where it goes like the measure after L. Do you see that spot?
All right, so I think we all have parts now. So after playing that, that was pretty weird, right? What is going on here? Well, this is the transition section, the development of the whole piece, and it's not until letter O that we come back to the melody and the familiar stuff, the tonal stuff. So I'd like to pinpoint one measure, and this is at letter M, rehearsal letter M, the fourth measure of M. We had this big D major chord right there. It's the first kind of aha moment in this section. So I'd like you to put a little star or a marking that would signify to you we're going to this measure. So if you could all do that right now. This is the fourth bar of M. And we're going to try this again, starting at letter L, and we're going to build to that D major chord for after M. Let's try it again. On this D major chord. That was a great job. I thought that was a nice build all the way into there. Now, one thing, the horns have this nice melodic line here at M as well as the saxophones. Could I hear that line? This is what we're listening for here at letter M. And it starts on beat 4, that quarter note. 1, 2. All right. Could we try that again, listening more for the intonation? There are some spots there, especially the F sharp. So let's try that again, focusing. The violins also have this part. So listen to them and listen to the horns. Let's try it again. 1. All right, excellent. So we'll start at letter M, and I want you all to listen for the horns and the saxophone violins over here. Letter M. Now we have one more instance here, right after the 3/4 bar, where we have to listen to someone else. And that would be our trumpet right here. As we finally have the theme, da do 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 dee dee dee, right here in the trumpet. So could you play that for us? You're doing such a great job. Sound familiar? Yeah. So we'll start again at M. And once we get to the 4/4 bar after the 3/4 bar, listen for that melodic line. Again, at letter M. That was very nice, horns, violins. Really came through the texture that night. Even more there, right after the key signature. She's really doing a great job. She's struggling to be heard with this shaker melody. So let's try it again and the rest of the ensemble can come down.
Just to make sure if this app is, does she play it after this?
After the 3/4 bar. Yes. Again at letter M. I could hear the clarinet that time. That was a much better job. So this is a particular section where balance and intonation can be an issue, and I think you all have conquered that today. So, very good.
Okay, very good. Aaron. All right. Aaron, how'd you feel like it went?
It's pretty scary. I hate conducting.
That's awesome. All right. I didn't get that sense. Did anyone else get that sense that he hates conducting?
Just getting shakes up here.
That's okay, that's very normal, it's adrenaline. All right, so what did you feel went well, or what would you do differently, or, just reflect for a moment.
I thought the ensemble responded well to the points I made. I think it could have been a little more organized maybe in terms of what I wanted to do.
I thought you were pretty organized. It would appear that they concurred. Ensemble, any comments for Aaron? Angela.
I thought that your preparation and confidence were really awesome. Like, it was like, I smiled as soon as you got up there. I was like, whoa, get it.
She did. She looked at me and she was just shook her head like, this is a whole new ball game here. Yeah. Jenna.
I thought, I don't really know you, so I wasn't sure what you were going to be like when you got out there. But you're the kind of teacher that I think I would want. Like, you're kind of quiet, but you have enough energy with that quietness to you that you lead the rehearsal, and you made a couple jokes and then laughed, but you didn't, just kept on moving, and you didn't, what you wanted, you wouldn't give up until we gave it to you. So I like that.
You have such a good teacher's tone. I remember back whenever we were in the other class together, you're just really good at this. Despite the fact that you say you hate it, you're good.
Wait, do you hate teaching or you just hate the conducting part?
Well, I don't know about the teaching part yet, because I really hadn't done a lot of teaching.
Okay.
But conducting, yeah.
Okay. So my observation, first I'm going to embarrass Aaron a little bit, and I'm just going to say, for all of you who are like, well, why do I have to practice my horn? I'm going to be a teacher. Your musicianship on your instrument will carry you so far when you get on that scary little box. And Aaron is the example of that. Aaron's a fantastic musician. And he may hate the conducting thing, he may hate the teaching thing, I don't know, but you never know it. Because he's a good musician, and he teaches you like a good musician would teach you. Even if maybe some of his conducting technique isn't perfectly polished yet. The things he says are very, very good. So, for those of you who think, I don't need to practice, I'm just going to be a teacher, shame on you. You need to get in the practice room and stop sitting in the red room. Okay, off the soapbox. All right, so Aaron, one other thing. I think the things you say are very, very good. I mean, you have a great idea of where you want to go. I thought your pacing was really good. I think the one thing holding you back now is your conducting technique a little bit. So I would encourage you at some point, I don't know where you are in your sequence, of coursework and all that stuff, or how many credits you have to play with, but I would highly encourage you, if you think you're going to be a teacher, to maybe do a semester of private study, because I think you can get a lot more out of your rehearsal time if you move a little bit more elegantly. I mean, you do fine. You navigate it fine. I mean, but I think you can get more out of the ensemble if you move a little bit differently, and I can help you with that. So, just throwing that out there. But I thought you did really, really well, Aaron.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anything for Aaron? No? Okay. Great. Thanks, Aaron.